coach, and of course Michael Hayes and Armstrongs have been on tour, and we just got back. We've been up around Ohio and West Virginia and just a whole bunch of places, and I want everybody to know that I'm looking forward to coming to their town and wrestling for them. And I'm here to do one thing, and that's get a little bit of attention. I ain't decided how I'm going to do it yet, but I want you to know one thing, Gordon. You know yourself, I've been wrestling since I was 9 years old, and it might take me just a little while, but these Super Destroyers and the Superstar and the Austin Idol, just to mention a few of them, I'll have my turn.
Fair enough. Jim Garvin, a great young athlete, a great young competitor with a brilliant future in front of him. We're going to see him in action right now, so let's turn it to the ring. There's Garvin, and he's moving out against a very, very, very tough competitor, Snake Brown. Snake Brown, caught and driven to the canvas very quickly. Garvin has become an extremely determined young man. He is aged well in the sport, and when I say age, I'm talking about the mental maturity that it takes to become successful as a professional. But he's facing a man in Snake Brown who's about as devious as you'd want to find. Unlike the Rattler, he won't give you any signal when he's going to strike you.
Absolutely. He's like the Abraham Lincoln of wrestling. He's lanky, and that makes for a great wrestler. Anybody who can dig their arms in long ways down and grab real deep, that makes a great wrestler. You don't have to be a bulking giant to be a wrestler. So old Abe there, he's in against a young man, like you said, his mind is maturing, and that's one of the great things that I have, is I am still young enough, the body can do it, and the mind is mature.
Excellent point, and of course, with Snake Brown, you do have that long, ropey muscle, but you also have that added tendon strength that is so critically important. And so many times with these taller men, you'll find that is the case, the great double tendon strength. Well, as an example, Danny Hodge was one of those. Not an exceptionally heavy man, but tremendous tendon strength.
Yes, and that's something that almost is hard to develop, that you have to come naturally with, like talent. And talent is something that is born inside you, and someone must pull it out. And this young Garvin, somebody is pulling it out of him, because he's coming on extremely well here, and he's got a tough one thing. When you do fight, when your manager puts you against another fighter, when they see them old pulls like Snake, they always worry, because they know so many different tricks. Look at Garvin coming on, though.
Garvin brings him up. Full body slam, and Brown's got some problems now as Garvin drives a knee into that shoulder. He slammed him down partially on that shoulder. Brown was able to twist away from the full impact, and now it is Garvin. Completely confident in this situation, catches him a high backdrop, and Brown back to the canvas once again. And again, Garvin closes in, this time with a front chancery, keeping Snake Brown on one knee and both hands in a three-point position. And so Garvin keeps the pressure on him. And the more he can hamper that breathing, the more he will hamper the flow of oxygen, and the less lactic acid is burned off, and the faster the body begins to tire. So Brown is beginning to face some different problems as well.
I couldn't have said that better myself, Mr. Soley. That's exactly what's going on in there.
Garvin floats over his man once again, and Brown slips away from him, but Garvin quickly back on him with another front chancery.
Absolutely. Very, very intelligent. Someone's coaching this young man. When he did have the chance around him, you notice all the weight on the neck. Look at Snake come by. Yes, a little breaking of the rules there. The referee did warn him, but old Snake's an old pro, isn't he?
Brown hurdled into that turn with a forearm. And that stiffened him up right down to the canvas. Count of three. Count of three, and it is all over for one Snake Brown.